Hello everybody, my name is Maria Shuweta for Ownership Africa, Ownership Studios. We are talking about the rules and the regulations that will be governing the new Africa, the new country, Africa, the Ethiopia. And in today's video, it's gonna be a very short one. I just want to make an announcement that Africa has risen high and high above the global the global so-called superpowers, the global planet Earth, the global platform. It has risen up. It's way above. It's looking down on its oppressors at the moment, and this has just happened. I am very happy to announce that it's not an easy war. Like I said, I am still on like within the anger mode, because technically I am still in war. It's not an easy war. Spiritual war is not an easy war. These governing countries, the worst, these countries, when you see them invading countries, it's because they have to have something spiritually to drive their people, even just the morale to keep killing or deleting Africans without any remorse, to hate Africans without any remorse just because they are black. That was an initiation that was made to just disregard the black skin. After all, it's the dominant skin. I want you to understand, everybody, Africa, this gene, this skin here is the dominant gene, and they are trying to erase that from the face of the planet. But if you have watched my other videos, I own this universe, and planet Earth, it's a very small, it's the size of a golf ball in the universe. So there is no way they can erase this, and today I am announcing that planet Africa is now looking down on its oppressors because it has risen so high up and above everybody else. Yes, there are a few tantrums that are going on at the moment within the continent. By the worst, the organizations that they're in the agenda that they're trying to carry out, it's not going to work, because as I speak right now, planet Earth has changed. The tune has changed for everything, and continent Africa, on the face of this planet Earth, has gone above each and everybody on this planet. My name is Maria Shuweta, and I am announcing this. And this is following the announcement that I made sometime last year, early last year, so that continent Africa has emerged. The new rules, the new but first rules were just made just today. I just wrote them today. I stamped them immediately. I sealed everything. Everything is sealed immediately, and it's written to the spirit. Nobody can hack it. Africa has risen. Africa is so high up in the sky, and it's looking down on everybody who has been looking down on this beautiful continent, beautiful landscape, beautiful everything, the beauty. Africa is the beauty. Africa is everything this world has. Without it, who is gonna take care of the world? Nobody. So this is just my announcement, and just to let you know that the governing rules that will be governing the new Africa, this is the Ethiopia. It's not going to be called by the little parts that it's being called, referred to today as in different little countries, 54 countries, or how many countries there are right now. It's not going to be called by that. The citizenship of Africa is here. It's reminding me of years back, about 3-4 years back, when I first stamped this. about the citizenship of Africa. I still remember I was in New York. I was in New York City. It was not an event, it was war. It was major war on its own. But just seeing it now, like everything coming together, the puzzle coming together, the fruition of everything, I am very, very happy to just see it, to see finally the continent where everybody tapped, where that everybody is speaking so bad, so ill about, yet they are running to it, they are fighting each other to control it, and they are fighting and inserting into the minds of Africans that they are in a bad continent. Africa is so bad, they are poor, they are this. No, Africa is the one taking care of everybody. And I live in the West right now as I'm speaking to you. I live in the West. It's Africa that is taking care of the West. It's Africa that is maintaining the West. We are talking about food security. We are talking about accommodation. We are talking about just financial security. For you get to hear USA borrowed from the International Monetary Fund so many trillions, okay? Those trillions are borrowed in US dollars. But when African countries borrow, they borrow in what currencies? US dollars. What currencies do they use in their respective countries? Some other currencies, their local currencies, other than the US dollars. All right? So that has come to an end. Africa has its own currency. I have stamped that, and the rules and regulations on that have already been written. I'm talking of something I've just signed and stamped right now. It's signed, it's stamped, it's sealed completely. And I was just very happy for a very long time now. I've been just watching when the continent was ascending. And as I'm looking at the map of Africa, the very same map of Africa, the Africa that I emerged just last year. That's the same one I'm looking. I had to see ascending, ascending, and it's looking back on every other continent right now. It's beautiful, people. It is beautiful. Again, just before I leave, I'm gonna make this video very short, but just before I leave, I just wanted to make that announcement that Africa has now completely emerged, as I announced last year, but it has ascended and it's looking back down at all the oppressors. All that you see that is going on today in the countries of Africa, the West trying to get a hand into Africa for control. We don't care. I don't care about Russia. I have been fighting Russia for quite some time. I know Russia helped my country, Namibia, to secure independence. I love you, Russia, but I love you from afar. China, I don't know if I love you, but I don't hate you. But I know about you, and I know your agenda. For a while, since 2005, actually, 2005, right in the capital, Windhoek. And yeah, Russia, yeah, the last 4 or 5 years have been very interesting, and that's okay. I can love you from afar, but I will never neglect you. I just want you to love you from far. Africa, 500 years, start now. We can build Africa. Every Western country out. We are building Africa, the Africa for Africans. We don't want interference from the West, because that will say, no, they have to get a certain percentage, but did we get any percentage from them? We built the West. The black race built the West. and the east of this world, but no percentage of anything from them. Instead, they kept coming to the bank, to the ATM, which is continent Africa, to come and get the resources for centuries, for thousands of years. Hey, today I'm very, very happy to announce that Africa is now up there looking down to everybody with its own currency, everything. BRICS, leave BRICS alone. That's not for you, Africa. That is not for you. Everything, whether it's the airline industry, everything is under control at the moment. I signed these things about continent Africa. I have been signing them. This has been my war. I have been fighting the Buckingham Palace. That little island, the population is just so much, but yet has so much money from Africa. It takes so much money from Africa every year, every month, leaving nothing to the African people. And instead, it sends one or two people of its own to come and visit Africa. And we were supposed to go like, oh, I went to visit somebody, some delegate, some shit from some people from the United Kingdom or whatever. Do you understand that? But what's the reality here? The reality is they are still coming to put a what? To close your eyes, to control your mind with their appearance. Right here in the United States, just last year, 2022, I had to drive to New York City, and I saw a sign for one of those, the monarchies in the UK. The spirit that was coming from there, I had to stop. They were trying to get me lost in circles like that. I had to stop, fight, and then continue. That was the only thing I could do, because I knew my GPS was right, everything was right, but they're trying to bring into circles. I said, no, that's not gonna happen. I started fighting there, but this was because just a few days I had to fight them and it was really bad. So people, Africa is up there, it's looking down to every country that has been oppressing Africa for centuries, for years. It's looking down right now. Africa is the thing. Africa is the dominion. Africa is the real deal, as they call it. Africa is gold. Okay, everybody, thank you for watching. I'll keep you updated. Again, I just wanted to announce that Africa is up there. The rules, the governing rules and governing regulations of the new Africa have been completely written and sealed. The other ones that I announced a few days ago that they were written and completed, that's the other part. This part is the initiating part of things. The initial part that has to be, when I say Africa, when you say Maria Shiweda, I'm from Africa, I am African, here is my ID. That part of things was not written yet, and the little things that have to be in place was not yet there. So every non-African out, everything is good. If you see me smiling, everything is good. Smile. Don't worry about the tantrums that's going on now. We have it. We have everything. Whether it's weapons, manufacturing, everything is laid down as I speak. So everybody rejoice. Africa has suffered for centuries and centuries, but today we are here to rejoice. Another 10 years, whether we go without a currency, whether we go without what grocery store is in your country, whether we go without a company, what company is in your country, they have to find other money printing machines. Visa and MasterCard, those companies, they have to find their own customers, clients, not Africa anymore. Africa will have their own. Hey, Africa is up there and is looking down to everybody. Thank you everybody for watching. My name is Maria Shiweda for Ownership Africa, and thank you for watching, and I'll be reporting very soon. I have more actually to report today, but today, right now I want to concentrate on this because I am so happy. Because a few days ago you saw me as I was presenting something here. I was in the war mode. I'm still in the war mode, but at least now, as I'm speaking to you, I'm not punching. I was in the celebration of the results of the war. There's no victory without war, and it's not victory if you have to beg somebody to leave your house. That's not victory. You fight and you win. Yeah, this is the war I was. That's why you see me smiling. Thanks everybody. Viva Africa, go Africa, Africa the Dominion.